Yeah.
You know, where would you put Jay Electronica, you know, like Act 2, I guess it is, around there? Where does he fit in that, the lineage of this sound? I mean, I know,
you know,
does he?
Well, technically, he should. You get what I'm saying? Technically, he should, but the problem is it's his timing on everything. You know, like we waited. I know I've been waiting since like 2000. I don't know, man. 2006. I've been waiting a long time. I was waiting a long time for some Jay Electronica. You get what I'm saying? Exhibit A, Exhibit C, those shits were fire. You feel me? And that was during the time that we were all brewing, like we were all bubbling. You feel me? So he should fit somewhere in the midst. You get what I'm saying? But, you know, I can't really explain, you know, as far as because his sound, even though he's was with Jay, his shit doesn't sound like mainstream. It's raw. It's got an underground sound to it.
Right. It's not too shiny. It doesn't sound too shiny.
Exactly. And that's another beast, man. Electronica is great MC. Great MC, man. Yeah.
I feel like Willie the Kid needs, you know, one thing that came out of the conversation with me and Huss I was really appreciative of is, you know, Willie the Kid. It's like the first time I've heard someone mention Willie the Kid in a very long time. Right. And,
Willie the Kid, yeah, people, man, you know what I mean? Like, I'm a super Willie fan, man. Like, he knows it, though. You feel me? Like, Willie is a gifted MC, man. You feel me? And he's been doing this shit for a long time. You feel me? You know, he's a leader, you know, of this whole sound. You feel me? You know, like, that's a guy I was inspired by. Still am. You know what I'm saying? Like, his shit is dope. You feel me? So, you know, it's funny people don't, well, I'm not gonna say people don't mention him, but like you said, it's just strange that, you know, you may not have heard people mention him in a long time, but that guy got it, man. He's got it for sure.
I just feel like it's so easy for people to be overlooked, and it makes sense to me. I mean, you know, hip hop in general, but especially music, broadly speaking, is targeted it's targeted downstream, it's targeted to the youth, right? Everybody wants to have something that's theirs, you know, and not everybody and not every media outlet, you know, is bringing in historical connotations to things that are a little too recent, meaning, you know, Drake is 10 years old.
Yeah.
Right. So Drake has run a sound for 10 years.
Man.
Now Drake has collaborated with everybody. Right. So now everybody's talking about Drake has been the biggest artist for 10 years, right? So now we're talking about what Drake's doing and all the artists next to Drake all the time. Right. So the ebb and flow, you take that, extrapolate it over 3 or 4 different main artists who dominate the sound. It's very easy for certain things to be missed in.
Listen, man, all the time. I see it, you feel me? And it pisses me off. But I'm not gonna, because it happens to us. You know what I'm saying? It happens to us. Like, my thing is, don't tell me I'm copying off of anybody or my sound is like anybody's, because I'm one of the creators of this sound. You get what I'm saying? And like my influence is RZA, Woo, you get what I'm saying? All the drumless shit, all that, you feel me? That's RZA, you know what I mean? Alchemist, shit like that, you feel me? And it's no disrespect to anyone. I just don't like people saying, oh, you know what I mean? You copying off of this guy or you the son of that guy. Nah, man. I've been in this shit just as long. You feel me? So, you know, if anything, everybody else, you know, spawned off of us. You know what I'm saying? Those top guys I mentioned in the beginning. Willie, you know what I mean? Rock, Planet Asia, us, Ka, you know what I mean? We're the real leaders of the shit, man. You feel me? And people know, but the people that don't know didn't do their homework. You know what I mean? They just come in and they stand off of, you know, dudes, or, you know, if everybody likes somebody, everybody's gonna follow suit, you know, bunch of sheep, man. You feel me? Yeah, that's how it goes.
Do you feel like the people who do know are loud enough? Do you think they should be louder?
I wish they were louder, you feel me? But at the same time, I see what clout gets you. I see what cosigns get you. You feel me? So it doesn't even matter how loud you speak sometimes. Once a certain artist has, you know, certain pull or certain cosigns, like I said, you could feed them all the evidence you want to feed them. They're still gonna make excuses. You know what I'm saying? You could show them all the text messages and screenshots you want to show them. It doesn't matter. You feel me? They're still gonna make excuses. You feel me? So, you know, that's why I do what I do. I don't feel like I don't respond to shit because it's not gonna get me anywhere. You feel me? They're just gonna make excuses. You feel me? You know, so I only respond if you threaten me. Like that's different. You feel me? But like lyrically, you know what I mean? Rap beef to me is, you know, it's a meaningless thing, man. Like, you know, it's fun for the sport. It's fun. You know what I mean? But it's fun for the fans. I know the fans enjoy this shit. You feel me? I don't enjoy it. Me personally, I don't enjoy it because, like I said, I come from where there really was beef outside. You know what I'm saying? That shit is stressful. Yeah, I was depressed. I don't tell people that, but I had beef to where the shit had me depressed. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't really like to even be reminded of that. You feel me? Unless I have to, you know, I'm still, like I said, I'm still ready and willing, but you know, I'm not really with that shit, man. You know? Yeah.
How'd you handle the depression?
Um, just telling myself, well, actually, my firstborn, really, that shit changed me. You know what I mean? That's when I was like, all right, I got to stay inside. You feel me? And that's really, but at first, I just had to keep telling myself, man, I was born a regular human being. You feel me? I was born without weed in my system. You feel me? That's how, like, I don't really smoke. I don't smoke. You feel me? It was hard to quit. You feel me? But I just had to tell myself I wasn't created with any of this shit in me or around me. You know what I'm saying? And I just had to fight that shit, man. You feel me? That's it. And then my children changed me, man. Changed my life. Word. You know, that's really what did it. Sure.
That's a real way to look at it. Wasn't born with any of this in me or around me.
Yeah, it's a fact. I remember telling myself that, like, yo, how am I gonna quit smoking weed? How am I gonna slow it down? You feel me? Nah, I didn't. You know what I mean? First week was hard. Then I made it to 2 weeks. I was like, oh shit, I could do this. You feel me? And I just had to, you know, I had to shorten up my circle. You know what I'm saying? That was really it. Once I got certain people up from around me, shit got better. You feel me? You know.
Did you see a change in your art and how you created? Like, were you more creative, less creative? Did you see the difference?
Well, what's funny is that, like, you could really, if you go through the catalog, I don't know if you can hear the difference because my voice used to obviously be lighter the younger I was. You feel me? But now, not to knock people who smoke or whatever the case may be, but now my head is a lot more clear. You feel me? Back then, I could record 3-4 songs a day. Now I really have to induce thought. Like I really gotta, you know what I'm saying? So it might, I don't want to say it's harder, but I write with a clear mind. You know what I mean? And I enjoy it. You know what I mean? I enjoy it. Right.
When I first started writing about rap, it was in that era. It was around 2006 when I first started writing rap, writing about it. And everything, it was a product of me smoking a ton of weed and having these thoughts and then writing it down. Right. And so before I quit my job at the bank, though, I had to make sure that I didn't need to smoke weed to write. So for like the next year, when I was writing, I made sure I was not smoking weed. Right. I was like, I need to know I can do this without being addicted to some substances.
Exactly.
And then after that, I was like, oh, okay, then it works out. So I can't, it's really difficult for me to smoke and create at this point.
Exactly. That's my problem. it doesn't work for me. Like, you know what I mean? The shit feels good. I'm not gonna lie, it feels great. You know what I mean? But that shit had me just like not really wanting to do much. You feel me? Just smoke my weed and fucking relax. You feel me? So now I do productive things without that. Like, you know what I mean? I get shit done. Like, I really get shit done. You know? Yeah, man.
So now that outside is opening up again, are you going to be touring on this project?
Yeah, that's the plan. We had like Giallo and myself had something lined up for Denmark, for Copenhagen. You know what I mean? We're supposed to do something out there. So hopefully that shit opens up. And then, you know, I got shit lined up for LA. You know what I mean? So yeah, we definitely plan on it. Hopefully, you know, hopefully so.
I think the international market really saved a lot of careers during that time period.
Yeah, definitely.
I lived in Europe in the beginning of the 2000s, and the consumer they gravitated more heavily towards, you know, quintessential hip hop than, you know, trap or electronic or, you know, non-sample based rap. Like, it was a different, it felt like they were about 20 years behind in terms of what they were appreciating at that point. You know what I mean? So when I went to go to record stores over there, you would have the new Jay-Z album, and it'll be right there next to the new De La Soul album. It'll be right there next to the new Planet Asia album, right? You know, all like equally prominent. And that stood out to me so much. You know what I mean? And it was cool to hear you describe how you were using translators with people in Europe when you guys were putting stuff together.
Yeah, because for some reason, I mean, we felt it from the beginning, and we were young, just the appreciation for us. We got more love overseas than we ever did in the States. You know what I'm saying? I get more love over there than I do here. You feel me? The sound, the beats, everything was just better at the time. You feel me? As far as for our level, you get what I'm saying? You know, you got your alchemists and guys like that who there's nothing topping that. But at the time, you know, I'm up and coming. So he's not trying to work with me. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, he doesn't know who I am. Now he does. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying at the time, that's where it was at. So that's where we went, you know? Yeah, man.
Yeah, PA tells a lot of stories about that. PA told me a story once where he was working in a record store, maybe Denmark, maybe Germany, somewhere near Scandinavia. And and he said he ran across a Huss Kingpin.
Yeah, that's how it
tape. And that's how we got hip to him. And
yeah, that's how it happened, man. Yeah. He got in and then there was another DJ, me, myself, and I that I was fucking with. That's Planet Asia's man also. So Planet Asia found the record, and then me, myself, and I hit me up like, yo, Planet Asia, you know what I mean? He likes the shit. You know what I mean? And then I hit Planet Asia on Twitter. And then from there, the rest is history, man. Us linked him in LA. You know what I mean? Like, we worked with a lot of guys, but Planet Asia really is the guy who like showed us love, and you know what I mean? You know, got Huss on stage with evidence, you know what I mean, in front of thousands of people, Huss and Rose on stage, you know what I mean? Like, he, from the beginning, never fronted on us, you know what I mean? A lot of these bigger guys front on you, you know what I mean? They want money or whatever the case may be, or they just don't want to work because you don't have a certain amount of followers or whatever. But Planet Asia was never like that, you feel me? Like, he shows love, you feel me? That's like my real man right there. Word.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Same thing with me, man. I mean, there's been so many creative breakthroughs and pivotal moments that I've had just as a journalist that Planet Asia was instrumental. Like, there was this one specific thing that happened in terms of my style changing from a video making standpoint. You know, and it only happened because of, you know, the week before. It was the week Mike Brown died, and I didn't know I was going to write that week, and so I just called Planet Asia over, and we just sat down for 30 minutes. We just turned on the camera and sat down for 30 minutes, just talking freely, and it ended up being a real palate cleanser for me. And then after that, it was when, you know, certain things I was making really hit another level.
Man.
I feel like a lot of people got stories like that with Planet Asia.
Yeah, he changed, like, my perspective changed when I got up with Planet Asia. You feel me? Shit changed. I didn't think it would. I'm like, damn, it's this, not to say this easy, but I'm working with a legend now. You know what I'm saying? I'm working with a legend and he's showing me shit. You feel me? Like, and my whole shit changed. I was like, okay, so I'm at a point now where I could work with other legends. You know what I'm saying? So I looked at everything differently. You feel me? Just getting up with him. He came to New York, hit me up. I'm in the studio with Planet Asia. You feel me? My uncle's a big fan. So he was like, oh my God, like, you in the studio with PA? I was like, yeah, man. And, you know, he got me on his album. And we didn't know each other that long. You know what I mean? Vinny Paz too. Vinny Paz is another guy. He's the same way, man. Real down to earth dude, man. You know what I mean? Those two guys, I have to say. Those two guys, and Milano Constantine. So those three guys are the guys that held us down. Like, you know what I mean? But PA for sure was PA, man. Word.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big compliment to PA for you to say that. You have your grandfather's a blues legend, and you had so many famous people come through. That's what's up.
Yeah. No, I gotta, you know what I mean? I have my list of influences, and PA is one of them. Like, you know what I mean? He, like, of impactful people that impacted me, like, definitely. You know what I'm saying? He changed my perspective for sure. You know, just being able to maneuver with a legend and move around and meet different guys that I probably would have never met before is dope. You feel me? Yeah, man.
Man, you know, one of my favorite overused, overplayed debates is which borough's the best, right? Which borough's got the best MC? It's my favorite. It's my favorite question that's been asked way too many times. Right. And so I lived in Brooklyn. Both my parents are from Brooklyn. I grew up in the South, but I lived there for 10 years. And people always say Brooklyn. They say, you know, Brooklyn. That's the answer I hear most consistently. And I think Brooklyn's really top heavy. You know, I'm not dissing nobody. I'm no shot. I feel like Brooklyn's top heavy, but Queens to me, and then if you extend it, you extend it to Hempstead, you extend it to Long Island.
Exactly.
Just
like
too much.
Yeah, like because you know my mom's from Hempstead, but my dad is from Brooklyn. My grandparents from Brooklyn, so I got a lot of family in Brooklyn. You know what I mean? If I'm not here in Hempstead, I'm in Brooklyn. You feel me? And all my cousins, all out there. You know what I'm saying? So it's funny because I want to say Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, if we're being real, like, I mean, as far as my taste, Queens, you know what I mean? You know, you got G-Rap, you got Nas, Mob, CNN, like, that's just 4 groups. That's it. That's just 4 groups I named. There's a long list of them. You know what I'm saying? Exactly.
Q-Tip.
Exactly. You feel me? The list goes on. Then if you want to branch it out to Long Island, I mean, if you want to talk about pioneers, EPMD, you know what I mean? Chuck D, Flavor Flav, Public Enemy, you know what I mean? Rakim, like De La Soul, you feel me? Leaders of the new school. I mean, Queens, Long Island, you know, Brooklyn's got them too. You feel me? Brooklyn's got them. You know, Staten, obviously, but yeah, I'm gonna say Queens. You know what I'm saying? Queens and Long Island. That's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah,
you know what
I mean, I living as someone who lived in New York. I would put Queens and Long Island together in my head all the time anyway.
And you know, I know they consider themselves different, you know what I mean? But Brooklyn and Queens are on Long Island. You know what I mean? You don't have to cross any bridge to get to Queens or Brooklyn. You could just drive straight. You know what I'm saying?
It's a great point.
So, yeah, but you know, whatever. You feel me? Whatever, you know, but yeah, Queens and Long Island. I mean, Hempstead is next to Queens. I'm 10 minutes, 12 minutes from Queens. You know what I'm saying? So, you know.
I spoke with Rome Streetz last week.
Yeah. Rome, man, my guy right there.
Rome is, this project, Death and the Magician with Muggs. I love what Muggs is doing right now too. He's been on his way for the past couple of years.
Definitely.
But he was talking about time he spent in Jamaica, then Elmont.
Yeah.
And then I can never remember if Elmont's Queens or if it's like the beginning of Long Island. But
it's the beginning. It's some people call it Queens, but I guess you can call it Queens, but it's Elmont. You know what I'm saying? It's the beginning. You know what I mean? It's right. It's Queens pretty much.
Right.
But it is Long Island. I mean,
it's technically Long Island.
Yeah. Elmont, then Queens. Yeah.
And so, and he was saying the same thing. Like, he was really talking about, just the cats he was around, he was growing up with, he lived a lot of places, but just how much that influenced his style and his skills.
You could hear it, man. His pen is different, man. He's got a lethal pen, and you can hear the influence. Like, I'm a big fan of Rome. He knows that though. That's my man. Like, he out here right now. Like, I don't listen to everybody, but if you don't like Rome Streetz, man, I mean, something is wrong with you. You know what I'm saying? Something is wrong with you, like, for real. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, man. Like, and he's another one. Like, I like to call him an A-alike of mine, because just like that, moving around and just being around and soaking shit up, you know what I mean? And just learning from different experiences and putting it on paper, Yeah, man. Mm-hmm. A lot of people make their shit up, but you could tell he's not making his shit up. You know what I mean? That's real shit he's talking. And that's why I'm a fan of that,
It's very true.
Very true.
Man. Well, look, that's all I have for this conversation. Is there anything else you wanted to talk about? I've got one more question left that I always close on, but if there's anything else you want to talk about before we close out.
No, I mean, I'm good for the most part. We covered everything, man. If you ever need me, I'm always on deck. So, you know what I'm saying? But the only thing I will tell people is to follow me on Twitter and Instagram, man. My Twitter is Smoovth. That's SMOOVTH, and then my Instagram is Smoovth Calhoun. So it's SMOOVTH Calhoun. You know what I mean? Other than that, though, I'm good.
Yeah, man. That's a powerful V in that name.
Yeah. Smooth with a V, man. Yeah. Got to, man. I explain it all the time. If you search regular Smoovth, you're gonna find fabrics, you're gonna find fucking sheets, whatever. You know what I mean? So that V distinguishes me. If you see that V, it's me. You get what I'm saying? So, and the V stands for vicious.
Word up.
Word.
Well, last question I have for you is a question I ask everybody. Yep. And I've been asking this question for, what years? Maybe I've been asking this question for about 10 years. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So I've got 10 years. There's certain things I do consistently because of just documentary purposes and just, things. And so out of everything you've experienced from, being in the studio with your grandfather and other relatives while they're working on different artists or different projects, from traveling the world and building your own brand and being a pivotal piece of a pillar of a wave. What still surprises you at this point? Surprises you about hip hop?
Surprises me about hip hop. Wow. The most surprising thing, it's just crazy, is because it shouldn't be a surprise, but it's just that, like I say, the influence, man, because like my kids love K-pop, you know what I'm saying? And I watched some of these videos and I'm like, wow, they were influenced by hip hop, you know what I'm saying? So it's just amazing to see it, travel, like with everyone it touches, you know what I mean? It touches everybody, whether they like to say it or not, you feel me? So that's really the most surprising thing to me still, you know what I mean? That, and I'd say on the bad side, the egos, man. All these rappers come in, you feel me? Just the egos, man. It's just surprising that, you know, it's like a dog eat dog situation. Dudes will burn bridges and throw moral out the window just for a little bit of fame. You know what I mean? So that's surprising as well. You know? Yeah. For the most part, that's really, you know, it's a shame, but it is what it is. You know. Right. But like I said, you know, just to see the internet and just to see everywhere that hip hop touches, man, I'm always surprised by it. You know, the Grammys now, like finally, you get what I'm saying? You know, not to say rappers haven't, you know, got Grammys. I'm just saying, like, you know, just to see what hit that this year, another surprise. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Congratulations to Nas.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
The GOAT right there. Yeah, man.
Right.
My favorite MC right there.
Right.
You know what I mean?
My brother Smoovth, I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for the time.
Of course. Thank you for having me, man.
Definitely.
Thank you for having me.
And let's definitely stay in tune. And when you come to LA, man, definitely let's link. Yeah,
definitely. I'm gonna link you for sure. I'll get up with Huss and I'm gonna definitely link you for sure.
All right, bro.
Yeah, man. All right, man.
Talk to you
later.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace.